This is from at Brian McNeil 1. What are your thoughts on just beating a game versus a total completion and 100%ing everything?
So, I think we may have touched on this before, maybe not, but for me, most of the time, just beating a game is good enough. These days I don't have as much time to play games as I used to. Getting through it, experiencing the story, seeing most of what the game has to offer is generally enough for me. That's how I think about most AAA games, most larger budget games. That's where I would consider myself to have got my money's worth. And I'm happy with that. That's enough for me to go out and discuss the game in detail with people, get their opinions of it, not have anything blown for me, etc. There are a few games that I tend to, a few types of games that I will tend to, try to dig deeper in, or I will try to, I guess, go for the achievements or trophies on, just because those types of games naturally lend themselves better to replays. Arcade type games, shooters, that sort of thing. Those are the games where I think the video pinball games, like the pinball arcade games and stuff like that, those are games where like the achievements to me actually make a lot of sense in trying to 100% the game.
You can 100% a pinball?
Yeah, they set like goals, hit
goals,
the wizard mode or do this or do that. So they're targets to make sure that when they're well set up, these are targets, for example, in the pinball games, to make sure that you're experiencing every part of the rule set and you're going through, every single bit of those, you're not missing anything on the table. So those are great to play through because you're learning the table, you're learning the systems throughout it. And that I think when people say 100% games, I think they're talking about trophies most of the time or achievements these days. So that's when I will try to, 100% something. When you're playing a shooter, it makes sense to try to 100% it because that usually involves going through on one credit or beating it on multiple difficulty levels, not just quarter feeding all the way through. Because if you did that, well, you could say you beat a shooter in 15 minutes to half an hour. You just keep hitting continue and you're done with it.
Sure.
So it really just depends on the game.
When did 100%ing become a bigger thing?
A lot of games, especially in like the Super Nintendo
Super
era,
Mario World.
Super Mario
World. Get that
World.
96 star. Complete every level, find every level, and complete every level every variant way.
And Donkey Kong Country and, all those games started to add like percentage complete signs.
Sure.
It became a very big thing, I remember, in like the PlayStation, Sega Saturn era, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro's, all that, and they usually went above 100%, which is always annoying. Like you get 101% or something like
that's
that.
not how it works.
Right, yeah.
That's not how 100% works.
I hate it when people are like, give 101%. And I'm like, no.
Doesn't work that way.
No, I can give 100%.
That's not a thing.
I cannot give over 100%.
That's not a thing.
You're a fucking asshole and an idiot for suggesting that. I can't.
Well, hoping to say it to your coach at the time, but okay. You were angry at T-ball, I guess.
I was.
You were very angry.
Oh boy.
I'd love to say little Ian playing T-ball.
Ooh, I played very few. I played soccer.
You played soccer? What was your position?
Flail that shit.
Mid-flail?
Flail when I was younger. I played defense in high school.
Okay. Oh, you played in a high school team?
No. I played intramural. I wasn't going to go to fucking join a team.
I'm picturing you with the little red thing you put over their team as the blue. You put the little vinyl vest thing on.
I 100% did not play on a team. I played when I fucking wanted to play.
You 101% wanted to. What?
Fuck it. Anyways, what was I saying? Games.
100%?
100%ing. So, people wanted to do that shit, back then, as soon as you got that counter. But I think it became a big deal when achievements and trophies happened.
Once you got to like Xbox and PS3.
But what's funny is I was...
360 and PS3.
I'm slowly trying to 100% Burnout Paradise because I love that game and I've played through it a bunch. And I'm playing it again. And if you get all the trophies, it's not 100%. So sometimes people will go for all the trophies to complete a game, but it's actually not even 100% at that point. Anyway, whatever.
Oh, I was supposed to say something about this.
Say a thing.
Yeah, I don't have time to 100% anything besides beating the game. Like, that's my 100%, beat the game.
He gives his nachos 100%.
Oh, I give my nachos at South Beach Bar and Grill 100%.
Sure does.
We're going to eat some right after this, I think. That's
what
I give 100%. I'm fucking starving.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question.